Well, hello, my YouTube family. I have a visitor here with me today, and what we are going to be making, I'm going to let her tell you what we're going to make today. It is going to be a surprise, and you're just going to love it, my family.
Alrighty, so today we're going to be making a keto cheesecake cake. And keto is low carb. Okay, so as you see in front of you, we have the ingredients we're going to use. So we have our, eggs are rolling away. We have our almond flour. We'll be using 2.5 cups of that. We have our monk fruit sweetener, so not actual real sugar, but the keto sugar comes from a monk fruit actually. And we'll be using about a cup it's a little over half of a cup. And then we'll be using 1 teaspoon of vanilla and 1 tablespoon of baking powder, as well as our 2 eggs. This here is 1 block of cream cheese, which is 8 ounces, as well as 4 ounces of butter, which is half of a cup. Alrighty, so first thing we're gonna do here is we are going to pour our monk fruit sweetener. So again, it's a little over half a cup. And just to show you, a little bit over half a cup. I just cut the recipe down a little bit. It was sweet last time I made it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to get our 2.5 cups of almond flour. So this measuring cup only goes up to 2 cups, so that's why you'll notice I'll do it twice. But I'm gonna put 2 cups first. Make sure it's at 2 on the dot. Okay, 1 second. You can actually see little almond pieces in there. Interesting. All right, that's 2 cups. Now let's put our half. 2.5. Let's see, there it is, our half cup. That is what the recipe calls for, 2.5. All right, a little bit too much. Perfect. It's a little hard to measure since it's so lumpy, but that's done.
This is my daughter, Xaviera.
Hi.
Of course, my granddaughter is here looking on. Come here, McKinley.
Alrighty, so next we'll do is pour in our 4 ounces of butter, which again is half of a cup, and our block of cream cheese, which again is the 8-ounce block of cream cheese. You can get the regular or you can get the low fat. It doesn't matter, whichever you prefer. So let's get that in there. Once we have all the ingredients, we'll have to blend it from there. All right, perfect. Next thing, let's do our teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. Alrighty, thanks Mom. 1/4 teaspoon, half of a teaspoon, and 1 teaspoon. Let's use half. I'm gonna use the half just. So since it's a half, we'll just do 2 to make 1 teaspoon. Then let's do a tablespoon of baking powder. Screw that back on there. 1 tablespoon, here it is. And then lastly, we'll put in our 2 eggs and then we have to blend it. Sorry everybody, we're down to the very end of the baking powder, but we will get our tablespoon here. Perfect.
And I had to end up covering my hair because since I do my own braids, so my own braids in my hair, I just ended up putting a cap on it because I took the braids out of my hair.
1 egg. That's actually the cleanest egg crack I've ever done, shockingly, without making a huge mess.
Now, did you need a mixer to blend it, or do you do it by hand?
We do it with a blender because you want to make sure that it gets blended really fine. And you also, when you're blending, want to make sure that you see the bubbles. That's what you want to see, because this cake is supposed to be gooey. And by gooey, it's very, very moist when it comes out. So first, I typically just blend it a little bit with a fork, break that egg up. That way, when the blender comes in handy, we'll be good to go. No worry about loose eggs in here. Okay. So that's as much as I'll stir. And I'm waiting on Mom to hook up the blender. And I'll wash my hands really quick with the eggs off. Alrighty, be right back, guys. Blender's almost been put together. Alright, this is gonna be yummy. So I'm just gonna move a little bit of my mess out of the way so we have a little more room. There we go.
And McKinley is Xavier Ariel's daughter. I know you all caught it by now. Here's your blender.
Alrighty, watch out, Em. Okay, here we go. We're gonna turn it down. It looks like it's on high. Okay. Alrighty, so one thing I forgot to mention was that the butter as well as the cream cheese need to be softened, not melted, not hot, but softened. So what you do is you leave the butter out on the counter for about an hour, same with the cream cheese. And then once it's been out and it's soft enough, then you can make this recipe. Okay, so as you can see, that's what it looks like after blended. Next thing we'll do is we'll spray a little pan in the baking sheet. We've also preheated our oven to 350. And last thing we'll do here is let's put our mix in our baking pan. And it makes quite a bit, y'all. Last time I made the mistake of making 2 servings. So to make 2 servings, you would obviously just double the recipe, but it does make quite a bit for 1 serving. I think this would even be a pretty good like birthday cake. Honestly, it tastes like a cheesecake when it's cold. So once it comes out of the oven and you eventually do put it in the fridge, or if you like it out, that's fine, but if you put it in the fridge, it definitely tastes just like a cheesecake, in my opinion. But of course, a healthy one. You're not getting any carbs. So anybody who wants to learn any healthy recipes, or maybe you're diabetic and you can't eat sugar, this is perfect recipe here. So you have to spread it out, because however you put it in the oven, that's how it's gonna stay. It doesn't spread out on its own. It's typically because of the almond flour, the way that it sets. Alrighty, that's beautiful. It goes in the oven for 30 minutes. I will warn you, it does look like it's not done. And if you stick a fork in it or knife, it's gonna come out wet, but that's the way it's supposed to be. So as long as you preheat your oven, you'll just make sure that you leave it in for 30 minutes. If you don't preheat it, I would definitely just preheat it. Alrighty, that's what we have. It's very pretty. Okay, so next thing that we're going to do is put this in the oven for 30 minutes, not a minute over. So we'll set our timer shortly. So, okay, McKinley, you're gonna hand me it.
Okay.
And I'll put it in the oven. Alrighty. Thank you, honey. Alrighty.
I would have dropped it if I did it myself.
Okay. All right, guys. 30 minutes, preheated oven, 350 degrees.
Well, family, you got it from my daughter. It's called a Gooey Cheesecake Cake. And we're going to see how it come out in 30 minutes. We already set the timer. Of course, Alexa come in handy for that. But anyway,
I'm
we're
not
going
quite sure how to help you with that.
You hear that? Alexa losing her mind because it's a dang computer. Alexa, I'm not talking to you. But anyway, family.
I thought I heard my name.
Family, if you like this channel, McKinley, what do we say? And if you like Pour Below Me, you click like and subscribe. We will be back shortly.
Time to take it out. We're ready. All right.
Hey, Alexa, cut the timer off.
All right. The cake's done. There we go. I'm gonna wiggle it so you can see how gooey it is. It's how it's supposed to look. You might not think it's done because of that. You see that? But it is.
Well, family, you got it. She said it's supposed to be a little good jiggly.
Gooey. Gooey.
She said gooey. I'm saying jiggly, jiggle. Well, you got it, family. She said it's supposed to be a little gooey. It's going to jiggle, jiggle, jiggle just a little bit. But she's going to cut us a piece, and we're going to dig in. Come on, family. Let's get with it.
Alrighty. I already cut a slice here, and you'll see knife is clean, but it's still jiggly. Knife is still clean. Alrighty, let's use a fork to get it out. Remember, guys, it just came out of the oven. Hot or cold, it'll be fine. This piece got stuck, but look how moist this is. Look at that.
Most is
falling
accepted at the
apart.
back door.
Look. Alright. Let's put that in our plate. Alrighty, guys. Here we go. I'm ready. Mmm. That's delicious. Mmm. I think I'm gonna finish this cake, Mom. It's so good.
She cut me a very small piece, so I'm digging in. I'm going to taste the beside taste. She's right. It's a little gooey. But it tastes good. It has a good taste. And it's right on point with the sweetener. And even a diabetic, if you're diabetic, you can eat it. I don't eat a lot of sweets. And a lot of people do keto. They in the keto. And it is very delicious. You don't need any icing on it, anything. Try it.
It's really good. Literally tastes like a cheesecake cake.
And subscribe. Hit like and subscribe to my channel.
Like and subscribe.
Thank
Thank
you
you
all.
for having me as a guest.
And thank you, daughter. And thank you, my YouTube family. Talk to you later. Bye. My YouTube family for taking the time out to watch Poor Little Me. If you like this channel, and if you like me, click like and subscribe. Bye for
Bye.
now.
Thank you.
Later.